There's another problem that I have with rankings. I'm hesitant to talk about this kind of stuff with the Crimson Blur in the chat. Because I know that you have to deal with this stuff, right? And I'm just like letting off a lot of steam. Okay. When it comes to rankings, I have to think about how much I care, right? Like how much I care about rankings. If I am ranked lower than what I think I should be ranked, but I know how good I am, do I really care about the rankings? Generally, no. I don't care about the rankings. Like, if I'm gonna be ranked like number 10, but I know I'm like second or third best in the world, something like that, then it's like, you know, I shouldn't care. But like I end up caring about the rankings because it matters a lot for sponsors and invitational events and things of that nature. Like top esports teams and companies and stuff will just look at the Melee rankings and they're just like, this guy is number 1, number 2, number 3. I want like the top 3 players and bring them here for this exclusive thing, right? And it's things like that where the rankings matter. Like it matters a lot, and it's tough. It's tough, right? So the rankings matter, and I think what bothers me, this is something that Amsa and I were talking about, that when a lot of people talk about my ranking for this year, it includes like local tournaments that I go to, right? Ones that I attend more casually just to have fun. And so, you know, if I'm going to local tournaments and I'm just like, oh, I just want to go and like compete, have a good time, I want to see what the local competition is like and stuff like that, right? I have like a lot of matches, a lot of sets with meds, a lot of sets with Tai, a lot of sets with like all the rest of the other top Arizona players, right? And after playing them over and over and over again, Meds is really good to the point where there's no way that I can beat him every single time. There's no way that I even Tai, right? Like Tai will get wins on me here and there, Meds as well. You know, I'll just like lose. There's no way I can win literally all of them. So out of all the sets that we play, if I lose even one set to any of these guys, that goes on my national ranking. They use that as something like, oh, Axe has a loss to Meds. So now, like, Axe cannot be ranked this high because, you know, there's this loss with Meds, whereas Wizrobe or Leffen doesn't have these wins because they don't go to local tournaments. Like, they don't have a chance to have those losses because they're smart enough to not go to these local tournaments because they're being used as like a national. Like, what's the point of me going to local tournaments if I only have things to lose? Like, if I'm gonna go to a local tournament, is there any reason I should compete? I only have things to lose, and it makes me feel like, what's the point? Like, what am I going to local tournaments for? Like, there's no reason. I'm only risking my national ranking for this. Like, bro, there's gonna be days where at a local tournament where I'm not gonna be 100% and my opponents will be, and then I'm just gonna lose here and there. Like, it's just gonna happen. There's no way I can play my best every single time. So it makes me feel like I should not be going to local tournaments, whether they're weeklies or monthlies or whatever they happen to be. Not only that, but I feel like I was confused of when people were talking about my rankings when they go to local results. They have some of my local results and they use my loss to Meds as one of them. And I wonder, like, this year at a local, I also have a loss to Napkins. Napkins is an Arizona Peach player, so I've lost to him. And I'm wondering, like, okay, so if you're gonna count my loss to Meds, Where's Napkins? Give Napkins some credit too. Like, which locals are you counting if you're not counting all of them? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's going on? I don't get it. like if you're gonna give Meds credit, you should also be giving Napkins some credit too. And then that would also make me go lower on the list. And this makes me think like, bro, I should just not be attending any of these locals. It's just stupid, right? It's just stupid. Napkins top 100. Get them in there. Another one I want to talk about is Smash Camp. Okay, this is like a specific one. Smash Camp has had 3 different tournaments. I've been to all 3 of them. Smash Camp, there's been a lot of talk about like, should Smash Camp be counted as an actual tournament or should it not be, because Smash Camp is like more on the casual side, but there's all the top players are there. It should be counting because all the top players are in attendance and fighting to see who's the best, right? So like, yeah, it should count, but it shouldn't count because it's more casual. So what's the deal here? Like, what should we be doing about Smash Camp? I've been to all 3 Smash Camps, and I've competed in all of them, and the way the event is, the reason why I chose to go all Young Link at Smash Camp is because I knew, or at least I really hoped. Actually, I'm not even sure. Like, I think when I decided this, I was like, there's no way if I just go all secondaries, if I just go like all Young Link, they're not gonna count this for the rankings. But lo and behold, there is a lot of talk about like, oh, if Axe decided to go Young Link and lose to these players, he should suffer the consequences. So I should be ranked lower because I lost to Shythed or whoever else I lost to with Young Link. And that is a fair argument. Like, I went to a tournament and decided to use Young Link and lost, right? And like, I understand that, but at the same time, I just didn't think they would even talk about it. I didn't think that they would talk about it. I don't know. I'm actually surprised that that's a discussion. I'm surprised that that's a discussion, but I understand it at the same time, because they're right in a way. In my opinion, the way that Smash Camp is, because I went to 2 of them prior, so this 3rd Smash Camp that I went to, what I learned at the previous 2 Smash Camps is there is no way that I can actually there's no way that I can perform my best at Smash Camp. There's just no way. In fact, like, almost no players can perform their best at Smash Camp. And why? Because the event is too casual. It's at a campground where you're in nature, like you're in the woods at a camp. You sleep in cabins overnight with a whole bunch of other roommates. There's like beer everywhere. The food that you eat isn't like tournament food. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a fun experience where you go camping with your friends, and it's just a really fun experience. And all of the players, or at least most of the top players that are going to be there, or most of the players, they're not going to be at their best because the tournament is just way too much fun. It's too much fun. You can't get like a proper sleep because you're in these cabins and these bunk beds. You're in the woods, you're outside, there's bugs and stuff. There's all of these things, and there's no way to perform your best. And when people talk about my losses at Smash Camp, right? Because I have a loss to Face Roll at Smash Camp, Army, but to be fair, I would probably I would lose to Army at like an actual tournament too. So like, you know, the argument for Army is like whatever, but like Face Roll and like the losses at the most recent Smash Camp, and I don't mean to like take away from the wins that people have at Smash Camp, but you know, you see the Smash Camps like all over the place as far as the results go, and that's because the tournament's too fun. And in my opinion, it's a tournament that that should definitely not be counted for the rankings. But the problem with the argument for why I think that, you can kind of just use the argument that, oh, they're all trying their best to win, so it should be counted. But it's like none of them are gonna be at their best unless you're Zayn, because Zayn's a madman. It's like just Zayn. So, dude, and I knew that going into this event and going into Smash Camp, and that's why I decided to go all Young Link, because I didn't think they'd count my rankings. Yeah, so that's the problem with Smash Camp, and like people wanting to count them as rankings. I see Smash Camp as like the one event in Arizona of the year where you can just go and compete in a tournament for fun. Most people, hardly anyone's going to be at their best because of the environment, and it's just a blast. It's just fun. It's fun playing Melee like that. Like I like. It's fun to play Melee when you're just like chilling with friends in the campground and you're out in the nature. You know, you're like chilling with all the boys and stuff like that. And it's, you know, it's just a really fun time. And I think it's just really fun. But if it's going to be counted for the national rankings, then there's a very large price to pay for top competitors. It's rough. It's rough. Javier, I saw that. Yeah. Let Armada be my coach. We did talk about it a little bit, about how he wants to help me. Anyway, these are the issues I have with like the yearly rankings counting local tournaments. Like them counting local tournaments is just ridiculous. Like why would I be wanting to go to any of these local tournaments now? Like it's just sad, right? It's just sad. Like national tournaments, the rankings really discourage. Amsa and I were talking about this, how national rankings are extremely, like they extremely discourage us to go to any local tournaments, because, you know, if you're going to these tournaments every week or every 2 weeks or even every month, and you're playing against these people, you're gonna have a day eventually where you're gonna slip up because you're not gonna be 100%. Then the other people are going to be able to come on top. You know, I'm going to have a loss here and there to Meds, to Ty, to Napkins, who isn't credited, which he should be if they're going to count some local losses of mine. I don't know, dude. Zeppelin Rocks. Hey, Zeppelin Rocks. Thank you.
Hey, Axe.
Hey there. I'm ranting, guys. When do I ever do this? Help me! I'm being ruined! I'm being ruined. Oh, God. Oh, man.